Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to take you through 5 tips to help you maximise your back gains. Now, a lot of reasons people actually end up with back pain and bicep pain, elbow pain, when actually trying to train their back is due to poor exercise execution. So we're going to take you through 5 tips today which are going to help you minimise injury risk and also help you maximise muscle building and also fat loss. So stay tuned. Tip number 1 is path of force. So a lot of people with their elbows, they need to be aware of the line of force they're pulling in. So line of force is something we really focus on teaching our clients. Biggest mistake people try and make a lot of time with back training is they're trying to pull up here, trying to pull in the upper back. In reality, if you're looking to train your lat down here, we want to try and take our elbow down towards our hip. That's really the key. So with every rowing movement, we try and train our back. We want to try and drive the elbow down into the pocket. One of the actual functions of the lat is to actually bring the humerus down and behind the spine. So the fully shortened position of the lat is actually behind the body and actually slightly behind, like almost behind you. So that'd be tip number 1. And if you're doing a pull down, what we often see is that people do the same thing, is they try and keep their elbows too close to them and roll in with their upper back with no core strength. You actually want to focus on pushing the elbow forward and then driving down and through that plane of motion. So you always want to think with the pull down, no matter what hand position, elbows forwards and then down towards the hip. So number 2 is grip. Now a lot of people are trying to over grip the bar, they're trying to death grip stuff, and then they get super tight forearms here. So what you actually want to do whenever you're using a bar is try and use straps. So you want to wrap the straps around, and that will give us a strong grip here and take a lot of the load from our hands onto our wrists, so we can actually try and focus on the muscles we're trying to develop. This is a huge mistake that lets a lot of people fail because their grip strength goes before their back. And we always have to remember what is the most important thing we're trying to train. Is it our grip strength or is it our bigger muscles like our back? Also, a lot of people think that training their forearms individually is necessary. So you see people doing stupid stuff like curls like this. This is the biggest waste of time you'll ever see and a complete fitness influencer bullshit. So if you train your back correctly, get really strong at like deadlifts, anything with a lot of weight, then your forearms will naturally grow. Tip number next is momentum. So one of the big things we can actually do to set ourselves up for success, like I showed on the rope pull down, is actually at the top of the movement, we're trying to push away to fully lengthen the lat, and then we're trying to contract from that position. A lot of people don't actually open a muscle up into the fully lengthened position. They stay in the mid-range of a muscle where they're strongest, but this is minimizing your ability to actually build the muscle through the full range of motion and actually connect to the muscle you're trying to train. With that said as well, one of the things you see a lot of is people like launching weight around, like bent over rows are a great one, or dumbbell rows, like throwing stuff. Momentum is actually your enemy, not your friend when it comes to muscle building, because momentum inertia means we're putting maximum force into the bottom, we're launching the weight and we're catching at the top. And what we actually want to be doing is contracting through the entire range of motion, not just throwing it from point A to point B, which is what most people do. One of the big tips I would give to a lot of people, particularly if you struggle with training your back and connecting with muscle groups, is using cables, not free weights. Why? Because a cable has a continuous tension throughout the full range of motion, whereas a dumbbell or a barbell has a massive drop off at certain points. So that's just because a dumbbell is working specifically against gravity, which can only go down, whereas a cable stack has got a continuous tension. So if you struggle to feel a movement, an exercise like, for example, a straight arm pull down versus a dumbbell pullover, it's going to give you a lot more bang for your buck and you're going to find it a lot easier to connect with than the dumbbell pullover, which has got maximum load at one point and then minimum load at the top. So something to bear in mind. Okay, so some good alternatives instead of, say, for example, like a dumbbell row, you could use a single arm cable row instead. Or obviously, instead of doing like barbell rows, you can use things like machines. Anything like that works really well. Like, for example, is a T-bar row with a chest support, where you can keep yourself locked in, keep your chest and sternum down. Allows you to keep your rib cage in one place and solid, so you can just focus on contracting on the muscle group you need to contract on. Lastly, my number 1 tip, if you're looking to try and grow and develop your back, which is part of your posterior chain, very important, is think about frequency rather than volume. So people come in and they try and do 40 sets in a workout and then they're crippled and can't train for a long time. Think about quality, not quantity, and then try and do that more frequently. So I'd rather you came and you did 3 exercises, 3 sets of fucking killer, and you did 9 sets and you crushed that workout at perfect form, and then you came and did that 3-4 days later, then you come in and do 30 average sets, but then you can't train for a week. So think about frequency over volume, and that will help you get more gains and get better at the movement patterns, which is what we have to remember. Exercise is a skill and life is a game of skill acquisition. So hope this video was helpful. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, drop any comments below, Also, if you want more information like this and how I can help you, check out theshreddershow.com, which is our podcast, where we drop tons of information on there which can help you in terms of building your ultimate physique. And if you want specific one-to-one help with me, hit the link below this video. You can book in your free strategy call with myself and the CJ coaching team to map out where you are now, where you want to go, and how I can help you.